Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No.
Y'all, this
just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Welcome to DBL. Did you see me?
Way too high.
I would never
Look
try.
at
I'm
you.
too high now?
Let's yeah,
see.
you
Let's
look
see.
way too
Let's
high.
see. Can we get on this
Full shot. Here we go.
It looks good to me.
I think it's great.
All right, maybe I'll raise up a little bit.
Yeah, you come up.
I don't think we should be
Too
doing
high.
any
I'm
of
too high.
this.
They said. Okay, here we go.
I think now we're good.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Welcome to DBL. Wrong camera. All right. Let's just jump right in. Oh, we're doing it. Welcome to DBL. Happy
Yeah.
Friday. Wow.
Woo. It's Friday.
made it.
I love you got the Friday black on. It's like, all right, let's do
Al
it.
took it serious.
Yeah, you did.
He wears black every Friday.
Yeah, he does it every. And you
I
comment
know he's
every
got
Friday.
the yeah. It
but
makes
it's
me
a
get ready for the weekend.
It's getting old.
We get it.
All right, let's start the show. Look at both of my bosses are just like, what's happening? All right, Al Pacino is officially a father of 4. His rep confirmed that the 83-year-old actor and his 29-year-old girlfriend have welcomed a baby boy, Roman Pacino. It's a strong name.
Very.
It is.
Roman Pacino. So you were the only one who clapped, Tori.
I
You
know. I
excited?
clapped quietly, knowing I'm excited for a new birth. Mazel tov for the wife. I just 83 is a little old.
Way to take care of the elephant in the room. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
just 80. I mean, to me, that's ridiculous.
Okay.
I think we need to. This is not traditional, but this is an arrangement that they have set up. I think that they are aware that 83 is old and he's not going to be the hands-on father chasing a toddler around a birthday party. I think they know that. I think if you look at the advantages of what this kid is going to have moving forward into their lives, they will have doors open for them that nobody will ever have. Most people will not have, and they will not have the financial burden that straps most people down in life.
I think
whatever avenue they want to pursue, they can pursue, and I think that's a really good thing.
I think those two things can actually be debilitating.
I agree.
I think when somebody's doors are just open and you don't have to have any sort of determination, motivation, or hustle, then where are you going to get that work ethic, number one? Number two, I also think a De Niro or a Pacino, those are big, heavy hitter names. That's going to be really hard for that kid to live up to that name, in my opinion. I'd much rather have my father be present in my life than have a big bank account.
It's a Pacino
You
for
don't
us.
have to go by your last name either. You could just go by your first and middle and
People
just live
know,
your
they
life.
talk. They talk.
Yeah, and what's the worst thing they're gonna say? This is Al Pacino's kid. No, keep that on the low. Like, I think that's a great thing. You should be proud of your father, and however you land on this planet, none of us have any control over it. So the fact that like your father, your birth father, has done some things in this world that people still love, I don't know, how is that a bad thing?
Take the money out of it financially. Psychologically, what's the difference between your father not being there for you and your father running out on you?
Right, and I mean, no, and I'll answer that. I mean, I look at somebody like Shaquille O'Neal, who his birth father wasn't there in the capacity
I think a lot
that
of
he
people
should have
could
been.
relate, yeah.
But Shaq's stepfather stepped in and was a man about it and raised him with discipline that he still talks about a lot on his documentary. And it's not about like who your birth father is. It's about the people that are around you. Ask people that are in foster care.
Right.
Your birth parents don't always determine who's going to raise you and the morals that you're going to be raised
Agree,
with.
but I will say if your grandfather, or my grandfather, 83 years old, had a baby and I came to you and said, oh my gosh, my grandpa just had a baby, you would think a certain way. You would.
If your grandfather had a lot of means, I'd be like, that's something that older men do. Didn't Tony Randall have kids very late in life?
It's still super creepy to a lot of people.
And if it was an
yes.
83-year-old woman, what would we be saying?
Giving birth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
What would we be saying?
That would
wouldn't
be
happen.
a biological miracle.
Yeah.
Okay, but you would have a thought.
I would.
All right, we're
I'd be
getting
like,
off this
oh my
subject. We're
goodness.
getting crazy now. Okay. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos have made it clear they never want to say I do again during yesterday's episode of Live with Kelly and Mark. Kelly suggested the ceremony is a kiss of death and should come with divorce papers. Mark agreed because he doesn't disagree with his wife, adding that vow renewals after whatever, somehow messes up the marriage because the husband screwed up like I screwed up that read. Why does it have to be the husband that screwed up? What about the wife? Maybe she cheated and then they
True.
got to renew their vows.
He's
Mark,
right.
that's sexist as hell.
You're right.
But let's be honest, it's usually the dude.
Yeah. That's it.
not in a dance.
Let me try and keep it based on
Let's get real.
You know
so Jeff Jordan proposes to you, hey, let's do a vow renewal.
I hate weddings.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll do the ceremony and stuff if she
Right.
wants to do that.
So
I
you'd
don't
be
think
down
it's a
with
kiss.
that?
I'd be down with that because we didn't have a proper wedding. If she's like, let's take a little vacation, let's go to Europe,
Be fun.
renew our vows, I'm down because we didn't really have we didn't have a
Right,
honeymoon.
and I think that's I think that's more of an ideal mold. It's just like usually when you get married, you're starting your life. You don't have as much money as you're going to have 5 years from them, 10 years for them. So maybe it's going to be tough and hard to explain to your friends, but you're like, well, you know, this is going to be a very low budget wedding, but in 10 years, when we're 10 years into our career, come meet us in Hawaii. I could see that.
I saw two types of people when I was doing bridal. Again, I did bridal styling for about 2 years, so I am an expert.
You are.
That you
really
really are.
strong expert.
Yep.
But either when they say I'm coming in to renew my vows, it was either that they didn't have the money and they're throwing it all in and it was exciting. Or there was a sense that the vows literally needed to be said again.
Yep.
Right.
And when you say that, there feels like there might have been some kind of break, man or woman, man
Like a
or man,
Band-Aid.
but a Band-Aid.
I agree with you.
That's
And
how I
if
feel.
I-
How's the Band-Aid come
Well,
in?
I'm only looking at the sample size of Housewives, the Bravo franchise. Every single housewife that I've seen, whether it be on New Jersey or the OC, they try that vow renewal. Next season doesn't work out.
What is a Band-Aid?
Meaning, like, if you're not working out and you're
You didn't even know.
Of course I do.
Let her explain.
Okay, let me explain it. So you have two people that are trying to work on something that they feel is dysfunctional in their relationship. Instead of actually putting in the work and getting it worked out, they're just like, let's do vow renewals. Beep, beep, and that's
Oh, the
it.
cross one?
Yes.
Oh, the cross.
It was a big
Band-Aid.
owie.
It was a big one.
A big
Yeah, that was a
owie.
big one.
Band-Aids are how.
Okay, I get that
Yeah, but
analogy.
they don't actually heal.
And they
You're
think,
right,
They
so
think that
Literally
walking
have
it
something
down.
in them that helps them heal.
But they don't heal.
Some of them do. You're right.
They
Neosporin.
all heal the wound.
No,
if
your
you can't
skin
use a
heals the
Band-Aid, you
wound.
need to go to the hospital.
That's not true. That's not
Right?
true. No, your skin heals the wound. The wound. The Band-Aid is there to protect it from getting dirt
She's
in
right.
the wound. I put Band-Aids on my kids. If they need a
right.
suture or a staple, we go to the hospital for
What
that.
about a little Neosporin and a Band-Aid?
There we
That's
go.
an antibiotic. It's different.
What's up with you two today? It's like you guys are. Did something happen earlier? Did I miss something?
They're just in a fight. They're bickering, and I like it.
It's like you guys need to put a Band-Aid on your relationship.
We like this. This
Yeah,
means we're
this
in a
is how
good
we roll.
place.
A double Band-Aid or just a single?
No, we don't even need the Band-Aid. This is what works for us.
The audience thinks you might. All right. Well, just move on. Actress and model Elizabeth Hurley is starring in a new thriller, Strictly Confidential. It's written and directed by her 21-year-old son, Damien. While it's not uncommon for actors to work with their children,
wow.
Wait, what are you
Look
wowing
at that guy.
He is
He looks just
gorgeous.
like her.
He is gorgeous.
He's stunning. He's
I didn't talk for two whole seconds.
He's stunning.
He's made out of clay.
Yes.
Wow.
Michelangelo.
I've never seen a more beautiful specimen.
That's a cherubic
Who
angel.
painted that guy?
Oh my God.
God, that's God's work. All right, it has come to light that Elizabeth has an erotic scene with a female lover in the film, and the son is directing that scene. He might be distracted. He should be in the scene, not with the mom.
Yeah,
not with the mom.
Yeah,
It's getting weird.
No, he's a stunningly good-looking kid. But I will say this: maybe this is what we always said that we wanted. Especially Sam, you raise your kids to be very sex positive. Don't be weird about anything. Tori, I know it's something you believe in, and maybe this is the culmination of that. A kid that is so sex positive.
No. There's
what?
a difference between being age appropriate, having agency over
21.
your own body, and then your 21-year-old son is directing their mom in an erotic sex scene. That to me is highly inappropriate.
What
and
if it's not
incestuous.
erotic to them? What if it's just a sex
Well, that's
scene?
even
That's
weirder, Al.
weird, Al. That's
But
weird.
do you understand
Tori,
that
you
you're
wanna go
going
get
against
coffee?
your
Yeah, I'm so done. I'm like really done.
You guys finish this up. Go ahead.
Bye, guys.
But that's the thing that you guys constantly fight against is you say that when people come in and they say this heteronormative relationship is weird. You guys fight against that and say there's nothing weird. It's all
You're
a spectrum.
diluting it now
And
with
I
your
am
extremism.
saying, what if he has been raised with the values? Clearly, his mom was in the scene, is okay with the
That's a
scene.
boundary issue, Al. That's a boundary issue. I get it. I'm sex positive, and I think you should raise your kids that way. That's great. But directing your mother in a lesbian erotic sex scene, to me, crosses some boundaries
I
that
agree.
any therapist would say you really need to carve out a little stronger.
Yeah.
Why, isn't he making a movie?
Yeah, but that's
So
still.
should his morals be attached to that movie?
Maybe pick a different movie.
Or maybe have a co-director. Do you have your AD film that scene?
I don't know if that's healthy. Like same as moms and daughters that go to bars and they
I
hang
hate
out together.
that.
That's not healthy, right? But they still do it. I don't know if it's healthy to even they're acting to see your mom in an erotic scene with another woman, and you're like, Mom, maybe a little more handsy. I don't know.
What if you're what if you're into the craft? I'm being very serious.
If you are, then do that with another actress. Having it be your mother is psychologically really traumatizing to anybody.
Because then when something happens 10 years down the road, you're like, maybe you shouldn't have directed that scene with your mom.
It's all because of that scene.
I think it's fine. It's fine. It's not for me, but I mean, everybody's.
There goes the back pedal.
It's not for me.
There it goes.
But clearly,
Who's it for, then? Who's
them.
it for?
Clearly, we're talking about.
And we're saying that this looks like a damaging proposition.
I don't know if it's damaging.
We
I don't think his mom would let.
We got to take a break. Let Al get some water or something. You get a little rough on Al today. A little rough. Coming up on DBL, Erica is talking about the beef between Sam and Al. No, between Babyface and Anita Baker, and what Erica's watching. In our interview with Monique Kelly, she gave us some modern-day dating tips.
DBL, this show is amazing.
There's a lot going on down here.
I would have been part of the Mile High Club.
Yeah.
So on point. But I'm going to have a conversation about what's happening now. It's getting hot in her. So take off if you're Elizabeth Hurley.
I have a question.
Take off all your mom's clothes.
Okay, I have a question. When you're,
Al has a question.
we're waiting for her to
people just tuned in
like
and
on
hate
a
me,
go ahead.
porch in Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah, it's a bayou in here, okay? You can make orchids.
It's actually not.
Yeah, it's
that's
not,
What's,
Tori.
that's
It's
what's
72
alarming.
degrees
It's
in here.
concerning how hot you are right now.
Yeah, get a hold of
It's a
yourself.
little concerning.
Okay, can I rent a car from you?
What about
Yes,
what
Albert.
about
I was gonna rent a car from you, Hertz man. I'd give it. I'd take it.
what about a family of nudists?
Oh, that's a great question, Al.
There's a difference between being
Sex and
comfortable in your
nudists.
body. Sophie sees me naked.
No, a
and
family of
difference
nudists that go to
between
nudist camps.
Directing
we're
sex
done.
scenes with grunts and moans
she
and
said grunts.
touches. That's a
Nudists-
whole different thing.
And not only that, I think
And
nudists
climaxes,
aren't
just saying.
necessarily sexual.
That's all part of a sex scene.
I think
That's
nudism.
awkward.
I think if you're a nudist, you're not into the sex part. It's not a sexual thing being a nudist. Therefore, those are.
For years, he's been taking photos of his mom, like in
Oh, I
bikinis,
remember.
and
We did it.
He does this all the
You're
time,
right.
like for years. So they clearly have some sort of.
He is beautiful to the point where it's almost too
What
much.
if he? Would it make any difference if he was?
Gay?
Gay? Yes, it would, in my
I
opinion.
knew exactly what you were saying.
Yep, it would, in my
I
opinion.
kind of think so,
Because then
too.
he's not turned
Crossing
on in
those
any
lines.
weird
Why
way.
would you assume that if he's straight, he's turned on by his mother?
Not turned on. It's just
Not at
psychologically
all.
damaging.
Isn't filming a very technical sort of thing? It comes across like an erotic sex scene, but when you're filming it, it doesn't play that way.
It's still a
There's
sex
people
scene with your mother.
everywhere,
It's
and
weird.
you're choreographing
No, it's
each
still
little
a sex
move
scene
and
with your
stuff.
mother, no matter what.
I'm
am
just
I the
saying.
wall? Or is this?
Welcome back. Why is a Wayans brother boycotting the Friendly Skies? And what's the beef between Anita Baker and Babyface? And which two housewives might be making a comeback? In this week's What Erica's Watching. First, Marlon Wayans was kicked off a United flight, forcing him to miss a sold-out show. The comedian was told that he had too many carry-on bags while boarding a flight, so he combined them. And after that, he was told his bag was too big and that it had to be checked. Here's where things get funny. He felt like he was being punked and proceeded to board the plane. But an employee says he pushed past them, and that's why he was escorted off his flight and issued a ticket. Well, Marlon says he never touched anyone and wants to be compensated for his canceled show. Now, I'm with Marlon. I wouldn't want a voucher for my first class ticket. I would want a refund for all of my disappointed fans. Next, Babyface was kicked off Anita Baker's tour. Well, the two artists got caught up in the rapture of Twitter trolls after Anita Baker referenced Babyface as her supporting act. Well, his fans weren't pleased with the headlining diva's statement and started to harass the songstress online. So much so that she announced Babyface will no longer be a featured act during her 15-city tour. Well, who knew that Babyface had a hive? I wonder what they're called. I guess for now, we'll just call them the Whipper Snappers. And finally, it seems like we're getting a little closer to knowing who will be joining the upcoming Atlanta Housewife cast. Former ATL housewives Sheree and Portia were on Watch What Happens Live throwing shade. And now rumors are swirling that they just might be returning to the Atlanta cast. Well, we've been happy to have Sheree back on our screens, but a Portia comeback? Now that would be epic. Share with me anything that catches your eye by using the hashtag DBL Erica Watch. We'll be right back.
Warm days and glowing evenings. The summer sun brings a lot of good to the season, but it also means stronger ultraviolet or UV rays. We turn to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, their meteorologist, Laura Siasto, and the EPA to verify what you need to know about using the UV index for sun safety. NOAA is a branch of the National Weather Service. Just like precipitation and temperature, it tracks UV radiation in locations across the U.S.
Typically, that forecast is made for solar noon of the next day when we are expecting the UV radiation likely to be strongest.
The strength of those rays is measured using the UV index. A forecast on the low end of the scale, 0 through 5, means fewer damaging rays with less risk for most people, according to NOAA, which explains scores of level 6 or greater indicate significant damage from the sun can happen quickly. People who are more likely to get sunburn or are on medications or use creams that make them more sun sensitive might experience worse effects at lower UV levels. The EPA has a free mobile app where you can enter your zip code and find the hour-by-hour UV forecast where you live.
You're getting into what we call the purple values of our UV index. That's when we're recommending that you just stay indoors in the shade.
The EPA, warning of the known risk of health consequences of sun damage, encourages people to limit their time outside between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m., the hours of the day with the strongest UV potential. You don't have to burn to experience sun damage. It's why dermatologists recommend lathering up with sunscreen even on cloudy days and wearing sunglasses to prevent UV damage to your eyes. But remember, the UV index is ultimately another tool to help you stay informed and enjoy your summer days outside. With your Verify, I'm Abby Larico.
Welcome back. A lot of dating advice for men is outdated, but we were joined by dating coach Monique Kelly, who gave us real-life advice about how men can meet women's expectations on the first date. Watch.
Please welcome dating coach and author Monique Kelly.
You guys have me cracking up today.
Yep. Well, we're happy that you're laughing. So, Monique, let's start at square one. What's the best way a man can hold a conversation with a woman he wants to pursue? We said conversation.
Conversation, exactly, because a lot of the dating advice now is outdated. We're talking about what's going on now. So the first thing to remember is texting is not a conversation, okay? Texting should be used to confirm plans, let someone know you're thinking about them throughout the day, but women want to talk to you and have genuine, authentic conversations. Also, it's super important that you are not the guy that is texting, calling, or DMing, or whatever it may be, and not taking it to the next level, not making plans. We are looking for love as women, not another homie, okay? Mm-hmm. And last but not least, another thing to remember, even if a woman is a CEO of a company, an on-air personality, we love to be courted by our men. Yes. We like men to make plans and court us. So remember that. We love that.
I love a good courtship.
I like good wooing. I like a wooing.
Chivalry.
The wooing is, yes.
Chivalry.
She was a woman that was friends with my mom. All right, I'm going to Chivalry's house. You guys don't.
Good old hand chivalry.
Okay.
All right, let's get back on track. Let's talk about being on the actual date. What's the biggest mistake a man can make going into that first date?
Okay, so first of all, men, I need you all to remember to always confirm the date. If you make a date plan on Wednesday for a Friday, don't assume that we think it's still on. So confirm the date. Also, super important, do not introduce us to a vibe that you cannot maintain, fellas, okay?
Wait, what does that mean?
So what that means is this. If you start off texting, calling, doing the good morning text, the good evening text, and just really going in, and then all of a sudden you do a 180, that is a problem because you have established a pattern of behavior. So when you switch that pattern, it makes us women feel uneasy. Now, we know with dating, people change their minds, things come up, you maybe change feelings, your intentions have changed, but communicate that if that is the case. But don't introduce a vibe that you ain't maintaining the whole time, okay?
I have to ask this follow-up because I hear this from my single girlfriends all the time. What about the ones who like to give you all the gifts and all of these things? Is that the same thing as introducing a vibe that they can't maintain?
Here's the key. It's called consistency. If you can start with a pattern of doing certain things a certain way, and anytime you switch it suddenly, for us women, we are confused. We're not sure what's going on. So if you know that that's something that you cannot do and maintain, don't introduce it. Consistency is key. No switcheroos.
No switcheroos.
Okay, that's a great note. And I have to ask you, because, Facebook, everything, people are trying to connect with people from their past that they've lost touch with. I just have to ask you, is this a good idea? Because this could be either really romantic or super creepy.
True.
Okay. I love how you said creepy. Okay, so here's what you have to remember. There is a difference between ghosting. If you have been ghosted, I always say, let the ghost stay dead, okay? But reconnecting with someone is very different. So let's say you have lost touch with someone and now you're reconnecting. What's important is that first 30 seconds of that phone conversation, you address the lost connection, what happened. Or if you're texting, don't just say hi and act like nothing happened. Say hello, I know it's been a while, would love to reconnect with you, and, here's what happened, XYZ. Don't act like it never happened and it doesn't exist.
Right.
Yeah.
Great note. That's a great note.
We love when you're visiting us. Thank you so much, Monique. DBL Nation.
I love being here.
Yay! Pick up a copy of Monique's book, Reality and Chaos. Thank you, Monique. Congrats. We'll be right back.
Thank you so much.
Congrats on everything.
Thank you.
They think they're a cat. A cat. They put tails on and they demand that they have a litter box in the school.
Claims like this one, shared by a Minnesota state senator, have been spreading since 2022. They push the narrative that various schools and school districts across the country are accommodating students who identify as cats or furries by providing litter boxes in their schools. Several Verify viewers, including Linda, have asked if this rumor is true. So let's verify. Is there any evidence of schools putting litter boxes in classrooms to accommodate students who identify as cats or furries? Our sources are statements from several school districts, Google search analysis, news reports, and the International Anthropomorphic Research Project, also known as Fur Science. Verify conducted a thorough internet search and found no credible reports of any schools using litter boxes to accommodate students that identify as cats. Many school districts have addressed these claims and all labeled this a rumor. The earliest instance Verify could find of an American school district addressing the rumor was in January of 2022. The Midland County School District in Michigan addressed a claim made during a school board meeting that litter boxes were provided within student restrooms for those who identify themselves as furries. In a message shared on the county police Facebook page, the superintendent of Midland County Schools said, "There is no truth whatsoever to this false statement accusation. There have never been litter boxes within MPS schools." The rumor has been so pervasive that some school districts keep a page up on their website that directly denies the rumor. So we can verify there is no evidence of schools putting litter boxes in classrooms to accommodate students who identify as cats or furries. It's just a rumor. So where did that rumor come from? One source could be an opinion piece published in 2016 by the Christian Post, a conservative online newspaper. The piece was titled, "Should We Provide Litter Boxes for People Who Identify as Cats?" and claimed that if we don't stop this downward slide of recognizing, accommodating, and supporting transgender people, we might soon be required to provide litter boxes for people who identify as cats. Verify found 2 other news reports that also could have fueled the rumors. In one, a school district provided emergency go buckets with kitty litter so that students and teachers could use them as a bathroom in an emergency during a prolonged lockdown. In the other, students at a different school acted like cats and were reportedly disciplined for violating the school dress code. But neither story actually related to students identifying as cats and using litter boxes. With your Verify, I'm Ariande Till. Are you skeptical of headlines and what you see on social media? We are too. The Verify newsletter helps you distinguish between true and false information by answering your questions. It provides fast facts on trending topics, spotlights major stories, and even includes a daily fun fact for all those trivia buffs out there. Get Verify's fast facts delivered every weekday to your email inbox. Go to verifythis.com/email to check it out.
Welcome back. If you're ready to give your outdoor living space an upgrade, just know it doesn't have to be costly. Here's your DIY guide to a backyard makeover with Sunsetter. If you're not sure where to start, try adding a concrete patio or wooden deck. It'll give your backyard appeal and add major resale value. Next, lay down a large outdoor rug. This is a cheaper way to change a space without painting or staining your deck. Finally, connect different parts of your outdoor space with a DIY stone path. I like it.
Isn't that cute?
Put down materials like mulch, bricks, or stones. Make a path from your backyard from your house to your backyard oasis. Sunsetter is America's #1 best-selling awning with affordable custom features without the custom price. Spend more time outside and get the best value with Sunsetter. It's been an industry leader for 30 years. Call 800-513-6851 or visit sunsetter.com for guaranteed pricing on American-made awnings built to last.
I could talk about outdoor stuff all day.
Every time I pass by Al's house, he's got something new.
Oh, his love garden?
Well, you should see the backyard. It's coming along.
It? Oh, it's stunning.
Why'd you make fun of his love garden?
You did, yeah.
What is a love garden? Can I ask?
Explain, Al.
I have the words love carved out in...
like Edward Scissorhands.
It is a little Edward Scissorhands.
You mean in the topiary?
Yes, I have a topiary.
Al, do you have a Live, Love, Laugh pillow?
Oh, God.
No. I have a Biggie Smalls painting.
That's cool.
That Biggie Smalls face in your house is the best. I want to get one for my house.
Yeah, I got that from Europe, and I had somebody paint some Mos Def lyrics, and that's in my garage.
That's beautiful.
So
yes.
cool. Wow.
That is cool.
My whole house is hip hop.
Sam said that sarcastically.
No, it actually is cool. The love garden
is not cool.
Yeah, that might go. I can't defend everything. I'm with Sam on that.
Like I put too many lights out, and I'm like, it's too much.
Yeah.
All right, we got to go. You two go grab a drink this weekend. We'll see you next time. Bye.